What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review the debut mixtape, or the debut mixtape by G.B.E, or a 2012 mixtape by Chief Keef. Basically, this particular product is called For Greater Glory. Basically, this particular product is called For Greater Glory. Basically, this particular product is called For Greater Glory Volume 1, and it came out in the spring of 2012. So the fair about this product here is Chief Keef had a pretty successful 2011 within these pitches, but the fair about it was 2012 started to be more of his breakout type fair within these aspects, particularly with hit mixtapes like Back from the Dead and hit songs like I Don't Like, and hit songs by Chief Keef like I Don't Like, and hit mixtape gems from Chief Keef like I Don't Like. Hit mixtape gems from Chief Keef like I Don't Like, I Don't Know Them, and Every Day, some of those type pitches with them format, and other type ones like 300, some of these type pitches. It's kind of the format. This is a good assortment just because Chief Keef was kind of red hot around this time. Chief Keef was in some prime type fare around this time as far as these pitch kind of goes. So just the aspect of getting more good helpings, like an aspect of like the particular tone and this primary type stuff. In certain cases, it's not everyday type fare, like when you think of like it's kind of like when you think of Mike Jones in 2005, how he probably could have used like a follow-up product, some sort of Gangsta Grills or something like that in 2005 to bolster like the hit appeal of who is Mike Jones on that performance. But Chief Keef definitely capitalized on this great timing, the aspect behind having these particular follows within the pitch as far as nailing these vibes just within the aspect of it. So this has classic mixtape on here, has primary dat piff within the era, within the concept as things were starting. Primary dat piff as some of these type aspects are starting to reach like a full bound kind of forefront within pitches, between like Meek Mill getting ready to drop or dropping around this time, Dream Chasers 2, Rick Ross had recently dropped Rich Forever, some of these type fairs, Kendrick was getting ready to drop Good Kid Mad City as like an album type fair after like hit successful mixtapes like Overly Dedicated. So it's just in the pitches part, and it's just the product. The dat piff was kind of in his prime 2012 pitches like that. Wanting to get some more Chief Keef within these ordeals, definitely excellent type aspects. He brings along his pals on here. There's some folks like Fredo Santana initially is kind of on here, some excellent type products. Bo Deal is on here. Johnny May Cash. A lot of these folks I'm going to have to check out in particular and see what sort of mixtape fair they kind of have within these pitches, because I'm definitely curious within those products. I'm going to have to see more about Glory Boy Entertainment, some of these type fairs. But Bo Deal, SD, Lil Reese has one song on here, so it's the aspect as far as saying King Louis is on here, so it's just the pitch as far as saying talking about it. This is the aspect as far as like the blisteriness that kind of happens. This is a pretty packaged type product, and this is definitely a good helping of something that this was primary dat piff to give you a definite helping of some excellent type fairs. So just like the conduct is that particular market really started to reach like a fever pitch. So it's this kind of thing as far as saying, now this mixtape didn't seemingly have singles, but there are some mixtape gems on here within these aspects as far as talking about it. Like I don't know if 300 was on like Back from the Dead, but I think 300 was particularly on Chief Keef's 2012 album Finally Rich. So it's this kind of format that Chief Keef did stack up a lot of these gems that were just mixtape highlights from back in those days. So that's one on here. Lil Reese's Us wound up showing up on his 2012 mixtape. Every Day by Chief Keef was off of like Back from the Dead. So some products. There are a few repeat songs, but it's not as within the full bound severity of it within pitch. There's at least 15 songs on here. It's at least 14 songs in here I'm going to talk about with descriptions for those formats guys, but it's just excellent type of appeal because these folks that Chief Keef is around do have like some particular fare. It's just the excellent product. You get some Young Chop beats on here, definitely some primary Lex Luger and Southside, some of those type folks. Primary Lex Luger and Southside, some of those type folks. Primary Young Chop within these pitches. I'm glad that Young Chop produced on another record for Chief Keef after like Back from the Dead, because it's kind of within those it's kind of within those ordeals as far as saying, I'm glad that Chief Keef didn't directly kind of follow like the typical type format. When you think of like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, how they don't always super commonly do, like Snoop Dogg did not have consecutive Dr. Dre productions after Doggy Style. It's the same thing with YG and DJ Mustard, how DJ Mustard produced like Produced like YG's My Crazy Life from 2014, but then didn't produce too many other ones in the future past that. I think they probably have reunited in some aspect, but it's just kind of tough. So it's just a pitch. You get some young chop beats on here within these aspects. A lot of these Chief Keef songs are pretty excellent within these pitches as far as like the scenes too. He really had some ravenous type inspiration type energy. So the inspo on here is pretty high within these pitches. Just being able to say I look after it. So it's kind of within the fairest person. So Mixtape highlight very much like a Chief Keef type version of Trap or Die and Can't Ban the Snowman to some of those type pitches as Chief Keef really started to have the Midas touch. So I look after. So all these songs recommend. So 10 out of 10 Mixtape within these ordeals. But some of these type ones just gonna go down the list with a lot of these. Like some of these Fredo Santana songs are pretty excellent on here. Like My Little Niggas is a real nice one. It's like a swamped and super morose kind of highlight Fredo. I'd say within the aspects of it here. Dracula, Trap, and Homies Brigade type music within those tones. Definitely chunk up the deuce. R.I.P. to Fredo Santana within these pitches. Excellent type highlight that he was just real snaring within these aspects for these songs. I mean, he always had a more gassed, if you remember like his 2013 albums and those type pitches within the fair, it's just that typical type project getting like some early primers. So I'm definitely gonna have to get some more Fredo Santana. There's definitely some early type traces to some of these type formats on here. Another highlight by Fredo Santana is the song War. This excellent type pitch. It's like a twinkling lit kind of dance club. Song War is like a twinkling lit kind of dance club smash. Kind of get within the products over here. Just some two-step, get crunk, definitely I'd say. Smoke a few product. Easy enough to smoke a few. Some of these type pitches within the product of it. Just some social festivity and pretty loud type song within the pitch as far as these gonna have definitely in a good way. So it's within the pitch as far as saying it's that particular product. There is plenty of social dynamite on here. I'd have to say within this product, this is very much a go ham type project within these aspects. Chief Keef and the gang definitely has some aspects as far as like this blissing type ness. So it definitely makes you want to know more about Glory Boy Gang. Definitely makes you want to know further about Glory. Definitely makes you want to know further about Glory Boy Entertainment as far as these first gonna happen. So excellent within these pitches. Definitely makes you want to know further about Glory Boy's Entertainment within these pitches. Excellent type product within it. This is some good type. Nice type one. Shoot 'Em Down is a highlight off here. Now this is a song that French Montana put on his 2013 album French Montana put on his 2013 album as the song Paranoid within these pitches. Just a good imagining it. It's a good album cut of that particular song. It's excellent type for that Chief Keef and gang allowed him to particularly harness that particular song within those pitches. But Shoot 'Em Down, the original type format is pretty excellent. This is like a classic Dat Piff trap and drill mixtape gem to kind of get. The OG version slams pretty hard within these aspects. Just some night snares within this product. So just typical kind of hauntiness. The hook is beautiful on this particular song. It's excellent type products within the fair. Is just nailing the particular snare about it. Just some products that just easy kind of talkable runs, chunking up the deuce zones that fair is just smoking. Hell swishers in the nightwind pitches like that. So it's just some good type of gasness within those products. It's easily kind of heat. Winning is a quality one with these pitches. It's a King Louis song. This is kind of almost in a minor type sense. It's more in like the mid 2000s kind of trap pitches like that. More in like the Jeezy Slick Polo type style. Blood Raw sounds that folks. But excellent within the product here. It's like a typical kind of hot trap kind of day shift dredge. Kind of get within the products within the tones. Just some hustle makeshift I'd say within the pitch behind it. Kind of get some day fair rap pitches like that, good for like drive-through some of stuff. So just miss the commerce of it, get some things done within those particular products as far as like the day traverse. Most of this album is kind of more past the hours of probably like 6:37 p.m. pitches like that, but it's just a good nice one for like a relative lunch rush. Just grab them like Burger King or Arby's, some stuff pitches within the fair, just getting easily getting like some hot salty French fries pitches like that and an ice cold Coke, some stuff pitches within the form. Just a typical type product within the fair about it. Tatted Like Amigos is a nice one within these pitches as well. It's like a Leary and a Gas kind of back from the dead style shriek. Tatted Like Amigos, like a Leary and a Gas kind of back from the dead style shriek to kind of get within the aspects here as far as these pitches can happen. Just snack run. Great and grand snack run song pitches like that, and just some night surf as far as those first guys. So dismiss the pitch. This is very much like an easy kind of 1.5 or a pseudo sequel to Back from the Dead by Chief Keef. Just kind of a group affair as far as those pitches kind of happen. So just excellent within those products. Just getting prime Chief Keef once again with some of these type affairs. So just more not. It's not to say more of the same in terms of like the product of it being boring, but it's the pitch as far as saying just getting like an update and a shot in the arm as far as these aspects can happen. Just getting that quality re-up that's just what you're looking for within those pitches. So this has that particular fair about it. Excellent type blitzers. Murda is a real blistering type one on here. This is produced by Southside. Some of these Southside and Lex Luger type ones are really vicious on here. Now, it is unfortunate that there's not more Lex Luger on here, but it's just a quality type product and pitches like that. This Murda one has Waka Flocka in his prime from 2011, 2012 pitches like that, so some good type fares. Obviously, it's a colossal shame that Slim Duncan wasn't on here within these pitches. He had recently passed, but it's just kind of product. I feel like there's at least one cat that raps on this song where it just feels like Slim Duncan should have shown up growling on this particular song like he did back in the day, but it's just the pitch. Some excellent type product getting this one here. So Murda's real excellent. This blistering type appeal. This feels like Lex Luger out of like the Bang and Hard in the Paint type days by Waka Flocka pitches like that. Just kind of a meshing of Chief Keef having some of those styles off of his days from Bang and pitches like that. His Bang mixtape. This product's like that. It's definitely worlds that needed to clash a lot sooner than these pitches, but glad it did. Murda's like a hella ravenous kind of stock Lex Luger, Southside type banger within the pitches behind it here. Just Dat Piff Dynamite, I'd say, within the aspects. Just another one as far as this pitch kind of It's another one as far as pitches like that kind of having just the pitch as far as folks like Biggie and Ludacris and DJ Khaled kind of saying that within those aspects. Just that typical quote, just the aspects of some of the side tones. Just definite heat within those aspects. Russian Roulette, produced by Lex Luger, is excellent here. It's like a vintage drill banger, I'd say. Just classic Lex, I'd say, within these products. This reminds like the Bang Days by Chief Keef from 2011. Pitches like that. Just some fierce club hops as far as these fares going to go. So Russian Roulette is definitely a pretty shrill type one within those aspects. Just to update it like that particular style that Chief Keef did on Bang, which is definitely necessary within those pitches. That's the excellent type flair. Heat 'em Up is a real venomous type one, as well as like a glared and demented kind of trap malaise kind of get within the products. Kind of a little bit of makeshift in here within certain type senses, but just kind of a brooding kind of afterthought and like a move around type sense as far as those fares can go. So just to miss the pitch, kind of like it's kind of some trap makeshift with just kind of a chip on its shoulder as far as those formats kind of happen. It's kind of ruffled type day, maybe relative bad mood, something pissed you off at work, pitches like that. Still kind of within that work shift type mode, but just kind of in the recreational type area, figuring out some things needing to cool off. Pitches like that, go for like a pot run or some of those. Go for like a pot or beer run, some of those pitches, or even pick up like some Popeyes pitches like that within those ordeals. Just needing to cool off some of those fares. It's just the pitch for us, and it's just a passive aggressive kind of trap and drill type song within those pitches of excellent type fare for some of that. Just a brooding type one. This is sort of stuff that Eminem would kind of do in a more 2000s type fashion pitches like that. With those kind of brewers that he would kind of have where he just is kind of annoyed and aggravated pitches like that. But it's just kind of fair that this has a little bit more sparkiness about it. Not quite as full bound ferocious as like I Don't Like by Chief Keef and songs like Murda and Russian Roulette, some of those ones, but within the product like the relative, just a calmer type variety about it. SD has some good songs on here. That's by SD. Global Now is SD and Chief Keef, so some excellent type ones. It's a real nice one as well. Global Now is like a sparkly kind of nightclub dominance kind of get here within products. Just hella rounds, I'd have to say, by rounds to getting tore up some shots in your system, pitches like that. Jack Daniels, some of those type ones. Vodka pitches like that. Jim Beam, some of those type ones. Gin. It's like good song for ladies to pop it, pitch like that. Just real get the torque. Get the dance fest going, get some ladies going within those pitches for those formats going to happen. Just get the excitement kind of sparked and kicked off in the aspects for those songs going to go. Great song to go ham sandwich, two pitches like that. Just some tear ups for those pitches going to happen. But this vintage type banger with like that Dat Piff kind of night heat pitch like that. And a lot of this mixtape is pretty social within these products. A lot of this has like that flair. It's not. This is real adaptable to like markets that could probably be album quality. It definitely feels like an album quality mixtape within these appeals. A lot of these, in terms of like a snaring, kind of more drill and kind of horror trap type sense, has the product is something that kind of has those aspects as far as something to listen to. That's kind of September, October, November bound, but just from the pitch, like something trending in the underground type sense. This really has that particular market very. Makes me question how many downloads this had on Dat Piff back in the day. Probably over 50 or 100,000. I'd say within probably. I think Chief Keef definitely has a pretty blistering type of appeal back in those days. So this seems like a popular candidate. But Understand Me is a nice one as well. This has G.B.E on here, which is some excellent type products. Him fucking with some of these new school type folks, excellent type products like that. He kind of did some mixtapes in 2012 pitches like that I reviewed with songs like R.I.P. pitches like that. But understand. With It's the World, that's the product, that's the mixtape by Jesus and that one. So it's pretty dynamite type one, but Understand Me is like a hot routine kind of trap flip mode to kind of get from like a long day, I'd say, within products over here. Just getting to it, I would definitely feel like need a zag and a beer as far as this pitch will kind of go. Understand Me just feels like routine kind of Chief Keef within those aspects as far as those tongues gonna happen just within probably like the typical kind of day dredge aspects like that. It's kind of easy type 1 for like a hellish and kind of more red skies, kind of 4:30, 5:30 p.m. pitches like that. It's kind of with an aspect like that typical kind of day slag and just a more scraggly type sense. Excellent product once again to get Jeezy on here as well. He fits this song pretty well within these pitches, kind of the format. Getting him on some new type vibes from the pitch behind it. It's kind of some leftover hustle pitches like that within the particular field, but that it's a product of like some leftover hustle pitches like that within those ordeals, but good type fair as far as this pitch can happen. Tote Guns is a quality one. This has a nice Biggie sample on here as far as these pitches can have an excellent type product. It's like a late shift kind of pot runs and night hustle modes kind of have within the products of it here. Just some vintage kind of mixtape drill. I'd say pretty loaded and wired. Pretty loaded and wired within these aspects as far as these tones going to happen. Just to say within those products about Understand Me is definitely a good type fair to have like a zigzag nearby and a cold beer or something within those aspects as far as those tones going to go. So excellent type pitches. But yeah, talking about Tote Guns, like yeah, this being like a song to be loaded and wired to pitches like that within those ordeals. This vintage kind of mixtape drill. This one's definitely kind of a miss the neighborhood, whether it is vehicle commerce or just neighborhood tracks pitches like that. It's kind of missed the ordeal, just errand runs, drugstore runs, pitches like that, picking up like a nice cold 6-pack of beer, some type pitches. It's night hustle, kind of getting some things done, getting envelopes for bills, pitches like that. Just those particular products, getting a phone charge cord, paying electric bill, some type pitches within format. Just typical type product like the standard day. I think more or less that wraps up every song off this product as far as these first gonna have. There might be one more I'm thinking about, which is Everything Foreign. Everything Foreign's like a cousin of I Don't Like, pitches like that. Some good type fairs to get these particular aspects amongst this this mixtape as far as these first gonna happen. It's like a welcome and familiar kind of Dat Piff flavor about this one, just a stock night as far as this pitch gonna go. So this Chief Keef's racking up like the hit collective as far as these pitch gonna go, getting the repertoire kind of built up within some type aspects. It's the excellent type fair getting towards the product of Chief Keef being able. It's the product of Chief Keef and Co. being able to have like consecutive hits within some type aspects. It's the product of Chief Keef and Co. having these consecutive hits within these aspects. So excellent type fair for some of these. I think there's at least one more song I haven't talked about on here. I'm not sure if I talked about Finesse, but it's another one. So there are some ones on here that do kind of feel like, and I don't think I've talked about Cuz My Gear either. So there's a couple more, I guess, within these pitches, but excellent type product to get these. Finesse, like a slinky kind of dope routine, kind of prime Chief Keef, I'd say, within the products of it here. Just a night Vinny burner, I would definitely feel like about it. Just a darker kind of I Don't Like pitch like that. Just an overall lit type one. But Finesse definitely a burner pitch like that. Just some real red hot type ordeals pitch like that. Just amongst like the fair. Just definitely simple enough kind of it's real sparky type turn up for like some night venue glitz and some real sparky kind of turn up for like some night venue glitz as far as this first game. So there's plenty of these within these assets, like some Friday night type heat within pitches like that, I'd have to say. Some Friday night type heat I'd have to say within these pitches, and then Cuz My Gear is another nice one within these pitches. This has Riff Raff, who kind of helps out with the hook on here as far as these pitches kind of go. Cuz My Gear is like a highlight and dramatic, kind of operatic Chief Keef as far as these pitches can happen. This reminds me of like a darker and worse kind of I Don't Like pitch like that. Not worse in like a bad way, but worse as if like it's just more terrifying. It's just a more shrill and terrifying type song within aspects for us. Those tones can happen. Just an overall hot type one within these aspects. It's a good type fair. Definitely probably getting some of these type ones. 2012 did kind of have some operatic type ones. When I think of like the Self-Made Volume 2 pitches like that, Meek Mill is pretty good at doing some of these type ones. So it's just the pitch for us. And I think French Montana did a few of these. So it's just the aspects for us like that real ravenous type appeal. Definitely like songs like I Don't Like. There's some other ones I can't think of as full, but maybe Rick Ross did a couple of these as well. But it's just kind of pitches for us in like that real. It's kind of 300 movie type tear up within pitch as far as what's first going to happen. But Cuz My Gear is also kind of in like a mixtape drill type sense. It's just the aspect of being like an operatic drill type record that just is another helping within a cousin type variety of like I Don't Like pitches like that. So good type ordeals. But look after here. That's the particular product about this mixtape as far as these pairs going to have. I think I basically talked about every one on here now. It's the pitch behind it. Pitch behind it, this mixtape gets a 10 out of 10. Chief Keef and the gang do excellent on here. Pitches like that. SD, Lil Reese, King Louie, Johnny May Cash, Bo Deal, Fredo Santana. some of these type folks come through. So Glory Boys Entertainment definitely has the product like some blitziness. This just takes advantage. It's a capital type update, and like the sound is like drill and trap are really starting to pop off within some of that pitch. Just excellent timing, just a conduit of like an album that really nails the appeal. It does have some mixtape gems on here. Some of these type ones I didn't talk about, like Everyday, 300, some of these type ones, Save That Shit remix. Some of these type fairs are just further type hits that were kind of stacking up like the market, considering that Chief Keef had not dropped an album when this particular product came out since the pitch that he was getting these rumblers that were really making some noise. It's just pitch as far as saying that. Lil Reese has one song on here, which is unfortunate. It's too bad that he didn't give it's unfortunate that he didn't give this product like a spare song, but other than that, this has like the blistering type of feel. So 10 social pitches like that, just some of these type ones, the Taco Bell runs, the Night Traverse pitches like that, so a few makeshift songs within a certain type of sense, a little bit of day shift in there, plenty of night venue heat in like a scraggly type sense, some leftover moments like Bang from 2011 pitches like that, has some Young Chop beats, some South Side Lex Luger type beats pitches like that, tons of good assortment of like these trap and drill type producers, pitches like that. So it just basically gives you what you need within these products. For these asterisks gonna have this blistering to the wall, blistering to the wall with the quality as far as these fairs gonna have. Just a very festering and just overall demented, this shrill type product that really hits the hammer. It really hits the nail on the head just efficiently within these pitches for those first guys. Excellent type products. I look after here, 10 social pitches like that. In terms of the future, like Chief Keef has dropped some recent type products. He did drop an album like in the summer or the late spring of 2024, pitches like that. He has plenty of these mixtapes. So I'm going to start getting to some more of these. I have another one in the pipeline. Some of these pitches may not pop up like immediately after this one, but there are some Chief Keef type ones I have within the aspect that are coming within these tones. I'm going to get to more Lil Reese folks like that, some of these type of deals, but this is a mixtape classic, easy enough to kind of say just an overall banger. Definitely something that you'd be definitely something you should be pretty disappointed to miss out on, I'd say, within these appeals, because it is blistering.